Hi everyone, welcome back to Vegan 101. I'm Stephanie. I'm on the video team here at Mercy for Animals. Today we're going to be talking about building a community. When many of us go vegan or vegetarian, we don't know anyone else who's vegan or vegetarian. And sometimes that can be a little lonely and a little isolating not knowing anyone who shares similar beliefs. Having like-minded people to talk to can really make a huge difference in your success when going vegan. Today we have a special guest who's going to join us and talk about how we can build our own vegan community. Let's get started. Hi everyone, today we're joined by Melina from Veggie Mijas, and maybe you can tell us where Veggie Mijas started and what kind of events you guys throw.
For sure. Veggie Mijas started in New York last year. Now we have an LA chapter, and it's a women of color collective that is plant-based, and we try to come together once in a while to talk about opportunities and resources we can grab as a whole and continue opening up space for communities.
So do you run the LA chapter?
Yes. So I'm actually one of the two organizers for the LA chapter. I have a partner who's named Melissa, and we actually try to create events once a month.
And what kind of events do you guys throw?
So what we focus on are potlucks, gardening events. So far we're trying to do more collaborations with other folks, not only in LA, but we work with Orange County and stuff, and it's been really good.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, thank you for joining us. And Melina and I are going to go over some of our top tips for building a vegan community if you're somebody who doesn't really know any other vegans or vegetarians. Okay, our first tip is to join a club or a group. So if you're in school, you can see if your school has a vegan club or vegetarian club. And if you don't have one, you can ask your school how you start an official club. Or you can start just asking people that you know, your teachers, your friends, just people in your community, if they want to be in a group with you and you guys can meet up and talk about stuff.
Yeah, if you're in high school, I believe you have to have 5 people to make a club. So just 5 students and then a lead teacher, and then I believe that you get paperwork through school and you can officially name your own club. That'd be really cool. I don't know how middle school works for a club, but definitely talk to your staff, talk to your own teachers, or talk to your students if you're an educator. Definitely bring things around and have that as an option. It'd be really cool. Okay, and then our second tip would be find an online community. For those who still use Facebook, definitely log back in, like a page, message friends, right? You can message people, okay? I don't use Facebook, so I'm trying to
You can still message people.
Yeah, message people. And then for Instagram, look for I guess you can follow hashtags. You can DM people, ask them, hey, when's your next event? I know for Veggie Mijas, we have a lot of organizers in different states, so that can totally come in handy. If you're not in LA, you can message someone in Philly, in Miami, and you can even check online their websites and stuff. And then obviously if you're not 18, check with your parents, make sure they've said yes. And maybe even bring them along. Maybe they want to like a page as well. They want to get to know what veganism and vegetarianism is.
Yeah, there's a lot of online communities where I know for Mercy for Animals, we have the Choose Veg page where we post a lot of vegan content and all the happy stuff, recipes, things like that. I know Plant-Based on a Budget has a community group where people support each other, ask each other questions oh, I can't find this specific vegan food in my area, how do you make it at home? They share recipes, if they're having a hard time, they can talk each other through it. And Tony and Michelle, who run it, will chime in and help them and answer any questions they have. So finding online community is really helpful. When I moved back to LA, I didn't know any vegans or vegetarians, so I got a smartphone so I could download Instagram and make vegan friends, and I just found vegans in LA and started going to their meetups, and they would invite me to lunch and stuff, and now I have real life friends.
Yeah, that's honestly a really good way to go. You find friends, and then you can obviously attend spots you wouldn't normally go on your own. But you can also like your actual like everyday friends or like, you know, life friends right now, like you can bring them along. They might want to know, and they're curious. They also like we're regular people. Like we don't really know. Like there's things we don't ask, but we want to know more about.
Okay, our third tip is to find or start a vegan potluck. So you can find spaces in community centers, in parks, if someone can host. All you really need is a handful of people and let them know what the word vegan means. Yes. And I know you guys throw a lot of potlucks with Veggie Mijas, so how do you guys let people know that you guys are having them?
Yeah, definitely like sharing flyers online first and then kind of asking people to RSVP through us. We have an entire like platform where we just add our information and like dishes we want to bring and hopefully do bring, but we always ask like people to bring their own recipe cards, and that's for those who like are allergic or just kind of picky on what they eat. Sometimes others like can't really consume it, and then because not everyone who attends potlucks are vegans, so there's some vegetarian dishes and obviously not everyone can eat that, and then we kind of like open up the space for people who are curious on like trying to be vegetarian, vegan if possible, but not everyone has like the knowledge right away. Like we open up the space and we talk more about what is it to be a vegan of color, a vegetarian of color, and like what we try to consume on a daily basis. And like I guess the potlucks help in that sense.
So when you guys do the potlucks, do you guys also like have like a guided talk, or is everyone just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, we try to mingle around as much as possible, but there are some events where we've had like presentations beforehand. We always try to lead it back to like how Veggie Mijas started, why it's around, and like how it can grow throughout the years.
Yeah, so potlucks are a really great way to find a community and invite your friends that are not vegan and they can come along. And a lot of the times when I've been to potlucks, they just tell people like if you're not vegan or vegetarian and you're not sure what ingredients are not okay to use, then go ahead and don't bring anything this time, and you can always like make a donation to the group of like $5 or $10 instead of bringing a dish.
Yeah, that really helps people because I feel like sometimes you overthink a dish and not everyone like may be able to eat it. Mm-hmm. So definitely if you can't, just DM someone or like email them back and say, hey, like maybe you don't have this on the flyer, but can I give money instead? That definitely does come in handy in the long run. So I like that idea a lot. And then our fourth tip would be to find or start your own vegan social. I know a lot of people like meet up and like get to know each other through these potlucks, and we end up having a lot in common. So I guess starting a vegan like game night, or you know, on a Friday night after work you might want to like get together, or on the weekends because a lot of people are free, you can try new restaurants or try new things. And I think that like having that space or even finding a space to have people around could be really nice.
Yeah, it's just kind of like switching it up from a potluck. Like if you guys do once a month we go to a movie like as a group, or once a month we go try a new vegan restaurant as a group. And then it doesn't always even have to be vegan related, like maybe in the beginning, but then you guys could go to a museum one day, or just to have friends that believe in the same kind of things that you do, but you also don't only have to talk about how vegan you are or how vegetarian you are.
Very true. I love like Veggie Mijas. We get together on Sundays, and then like we've gone to the Vegan Sunday. We try to do it at least once a month now. It ends in February, so it's coming to an end soon. But even then, like we know it's not gonna end there, where we meet up on Sundays and like try to grab lunch, or like a museum would be really nice. I feel like there's a lot of free ones, and then there's some that like, hey, like maybe I actually want to make time and like I have the money to pay. So that's really nice.
Yeah, just to make friends and find new people. Okay, so our number 5 tip is to host a movie screening in your area. First, you really just need a space that maybe has a projector or a really large screen or TV and a few chairs. And it's a really good way to get people interested, like usually you have them free, so you can have a free movie and people will come and have snacks and You could try to get like sponsors, like a local coffee shop or something, to donate coffee or to donate like a few snacks that you can have and offer people while they watch the movie.
You can definitely like contact grocery stores as well, because there's a lot of things that like expire or like are close to expiring, and then they like have them on clearance, and they rather have people take them before they're bad. So if it's good for you, like take it. Yeah, take as much as you can. Yeah.
But like popcorn or chips or like waters or something, just something small. That's a good idea. I never thought of that. So there's a handful of tips for you, and hopefully you have some ideas on how to bring more vegan people into your life and have a community around to make it easier for yourself to go vegetarian or vegan.
Yes, it helps. Like having a support system definitely comes in handy. Not everyone knows it, especially like if you have like a really strict family or like really traditional family. You might want someone else to talk to, because it's not always easy.
Yeah, if you don't have support at home or like in your friend circle, then having a separate friend circle or like group is encouraging and can really help your success when you're trying to stay or go vegan.
Very true.
Well, thank you for joining us, Melina.
Thank you
We
for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.